The Lost Library of Alexandria, humanity's greatest tragedy. They say when a person dies, a library burns. But what if an actual library burned? Not just any library, but the greatest ever built. A place where ancient wisdom from every corner of the world was gathered. A sanctuary of scrolls, built by kings and philosophers, destined to preserve knowledge for all eternity. And then, suddenly, tragically, it vanished, burned, buried, or perhaps simply lost to time. Tonight, let us travel back, not just thousands of years, but into the very heart of human memory, to uncover the whispers left behind by the Library of Alexandria. It began in Egypt, but not the Egypt of pyramids and pharaohs. This was the era of Hellenistic Egypt, a time when Alexander the Great's conquests had spread Greek influence across the known world. When Alexander died in 323 BCE, his general, Ptolemy I Soter, became ruler of Egypt. But he didn't want just a kingdom. He wanted a beacon of intellect, a monument to civilization itself. In the bustling city of Alexandria, founded by Alexander himself, Ptolemy and his successors envisioned something grand. A library so vast, it would contain all the knowledge of the known world. Every idea, every discovery, every story, captured in papyrus scrolls, preserved for generations to come. The library wasn't just a building. It was part of a grand complex known as the Mauseon, dedicated to the muses, goddesses of art, science, and literature. The Mauseon was like the first university. It had lecture halls, gardens, laboratories, even observatories. Scholars from Greece, India, Babylon, Africa, and Persia came here, drawn by the promise of pure, uninterrupted thought. Imagine walking through its halls, candlelight flickering against stone walls, shelves lined with scrolls made of fragile papyrus, the scent of ink, parchment, and old wood in the air. Here they read works by Homer, studied astronomy from Babylon, explored mathematics from India, and preserved medical knowledge from Egypt. Some accounts say over 700,000 scrolls were kept here, though none survive today to confirm that number. The rulers of Alexandria were obsessed, and perhaps rightly so. They believed that knowledge was power, and they would stop at nothing to acquire it. Ships arriving at Alexandria's port were searched for books. Any text found was taken, copied, and kept in the library. The original stayed in Alexandria. Travelers and traders unknowingly contributed to a treasure trove of knowledge, from mathematics and astronomy to religion and poetry. It's said that the library had texts about the lost epics of Hesiod and Sophocles, ancient Indian medical treatises, Babylonian star maps, Atlantean myths, and forgotten African legends. One book may have changed the future of medicine. Another may have revealed secrets of the stars we've only rediscovered recently. But what use is a library without those to learn from it? Among its visitors and residents were some of the greatest minds of all time. Euclid, father of geometry, who calculated the Earth's circumference with astonishing accuracy, using shadows and simple math. Herophilos, who studied the brain and nervous system long before neuroscience existed. Hypatia, one of the last great scholars of Alexandria, a female philosopher, astronomer, and mathematician in a male-dominated age. These weren't just readers, they were thinkers, creators, people who changed the world because they had access to it through scrolls and ink. And then, somehow, it all vanished. No one knows exactly how the Library of Alexandria was destroyed. Some blame Julius Caesar, whose ships set fire to the docks in 48 BCE during a siege. The flames may have reached the library. Others point to Herophilos, the patriarch of Alexandria, who led Christian mobs to destroy pagan temples, possibly including the Mausian. Still others say it was Caliph Omar, centuries later, who ordered that all books not aligned with the Quran be burned. Or perhaps it wasn't one fire, but a slow unraveling. Decades of political instability, religious shifts, and neglect. We will never know what was truly lost. Think about that. A single scroll in a single room might have held the cure for an ancient disease, a prophecy or history we've misinterpreted, clues to civilizations even older than Egypt. Some believe the scrolls contained first-hand writings from Plato, perhaps more detailed accounts of Atlantis, or mathematical systems that could have jump-started the Renaissance 1,000 years earlier. There are whispers, unverified but intriguing. The documents within the library spoke of flying machines, submarines, or even lost continents. Perhaps the most tragic figure in this story is Hypatia, the last known great scholar of Alexandria. She was beloved by her students, respected for her intellect, and feared by the church. In 415 CE, a violent Christian mob accused her of witchcraft. She was dragged through the streets and brutally murdered. With her death came the symbolic end of Alexandria's legacy, the last flame of ancient knowledge extinguished. Today, there is no definitive ruin, no surviving scroll, no architectural remnant we can point to and say, here it stood. The Library of Alexandria has become something else entirely, not a place, but an idea, a symbol of what we could be and what we're at risk of losing. And that idea, that dream, still matters. In modern libraries, in science labs, in late-night discussions, and in videos like this, whispered to you before sleep. Thank you for exploring the lost memory of humanity with Whispering History. If you believe knowledge must never be forgotten, if stories like these awaken something ancient in you, subscribe, share, and stay curious. Because somewhere out there, under dust and silence, history still whispers, waiting for someone to listen.